Hello, I'm Wallace Allen. That's Anthony Garcia, the Mood Master. The name of the program is Empire Talks Back, where we discuss things that matter. Today we're going to discuss the Port Chicago 50. Sorry, folks, that is not a wine. That's an incident, an event that took place in 1944 involving black Navy sailors unloading a munitions ship. And the explosion that took place hasn't stopped echoing yet. We'll be back right after this break.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Based on a real incident, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. David Shackelford and Dennis Rowe.
Hello.
They are the co-writers. David is an actor as well as a writer. I think they all are actors. Dennis is not only the writer on this program, but his group is actually producing the play. Rowe Entertainment, correct?
Yes, Rowe Entertainment.
And what is Port Chicago 50? You guys tell us about that, why you're interested in it, and why our audience should be interested.
Well, Port Chicago 50 is actually a story about injustice. Back during World War II in 1944, there were sailors in the Navy, of course, and they were loading ammunition, as you said earlier, and they were untrained. The Navy didn't train them properly, and so as they were trying to load the ships and get them out to the Pacific as fast as they could.
Let's slow down a little bit. We're talking about some sailors.
Yes.
Some black sailors in the United States Navy during World War II, stationed in Northern California in a place called Port Chicago.
Yes.
Somewhere between what we would call Richmond and Vallejo now?
Yes.
Okay.
30 miles north of San Francisco.
30 miles north. So was it on the west side of the bay or on the east side of the bay? I'm not sure either, but I understand that the explosion shook both sides of the bay.
Yes, it did.
So we're talking about sailors who were untrained to carry live bombs, ammunition,
loading them,
stacking them on top of each other,
unloading them from the cars, by hand, yes.
And anything that may have been, if we talk about munitions, we're talking about things that could be leaking stuff. It could be very dangerous. Well, it is very dangerous. The munitions are used to kill.
Right.
So these men were working on this ship, and the ship exploded. The munitions.
Well, they weren't working necessarily on the ship.
Okay.
The bombs would come to the railroad, the boxcars, and they would unload them
from the boxcars onto
and
the
they
ship.
would take them and they would handle them. Sometimes they would go directly to the ship, sometimes they wouldn't, because they would have to prepare them, in a sense, to go onto the ships.
Walking around with live bombs.
Live bombs.
Okay.
Yes, 12 hours a day.
12 hours a day.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, so a dangerous job like that, where you would expect people maybe it would be important for their attention span and energy level to be high. Maybe they would work a 3 or 4 hour shift and then rest and go do it. But 12 hours?
12 hours. There was no rest time. There was a lot of times they had betting games going on, so they'd go as fast as they could. Taking things from the boxcar, taking bombs from the boxcar.
Were they contesting with other groups of people who were doing the unloading? Say, for instance, some of the white Navy guys, were they competing with them?
What happened? Yes, they were competing them, but the officers would have bets with each other on who could get.
So there were white sailors who were also moving and handling munitions.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Not good, but at least we see an equality in access to danger.
Right.
Okay, that's important. All right. So, not to interrupt again.
That's okay.
All right. So let's go on and tell me more about this story. What happened to the people who were involved in?
Well,
I understand they called it a mutiny. So what occurred?
Right.
What occurred?
Well, actually, what happened was one night an explosion killing over 300 sailors happened. 202 of them were African American sailors, and this was devastation throughout the community, throughout Port Chicago itself.
And with those numbers killed, there certainly were a lot of people injured.
Yes, a lot of people, over 300 injured, yes. And so while the white sailors got a chance to grieve and go with their families, a lot of the black sailors, all of the black sailors, had to pick themselves up, who were not, of course, harmed or injured, had to pick themselves up, clean up the mess, and clean up the body parts of their friends and colleagues. And that's...
Wait a minute. We just discussed and stated that there was equal access to misery and danger. You're telling me now that the white Navy sailors were allowed to leave the premises after this bomb.
Yes.
Those that were injured are able to leave and go to rehabilitate themselves,
Right.
go visit their families and rest from that danger.
Exactly.
But the black sailors were put immediately to work, not just doing what they were doing before, but actually cleaning up the body parts and the death. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay.
The devastation.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it caused...
And then they were told and go back to work.
Go back to work under the same conditions.
So once they cleaned up the bodies, they were then told to go back to work, moving the munitions
without training.
without any training or any adjustments in the way the work was being done.
None
whatsoever. And 50 of the men said no.
51 did.
Yes.
No, if I were there, they would have been 51. Because I'm not going back up to work in that
Actually,
situation.
it could have been more than that.
Okay.
That said no. But as you'll see in the play, because we showed that there were some that said no initially, and then because they didn't want to be ostracized or put their job in danger, they decided to go along with the program. So initially it could have been more than 50, but it ended up 50.
Putting that very nicely, because you did. Because it appears to me that you were told to go back to work. Some said, no, I ain't going back to work like that.
Right.
And somebody said, if you don't go back to work, this, that, and the other is going to happen to you.
Right.
Yes.
And you'll see that in the play, as a
And
matter of
some
fact.
acquiesced and said, well, I don't want to taste of that whip no more. Let me go back down here and do my work.
Right.
And then there were some who resisted.
Who stood on what they called their principle, what they believed was their
Their
principle,
values.
and their values.
As they resisted the temptation to lower the standards of their values.
Yes.
And as you gentlemen resisted the temptation to ignore this story and go and do something else with your lives, we're going to show the importance of resistance. I'm going to resist the question that I have for you now, and I'm going to ask it right after this break. This is Empire Talks Back.
Don't resist. Don't resist.
Wallace Allen, and I'm speaking to David Shackelford and Dennis Rowe about a play that's coming to the city of Rialto on December 1st and December 2nd at Rialto High School called Port Chicago 50. Don't miss the rest of this program and don't miss that play. We'll be right back.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Port Chicago 50, a play about black untrained soldiers handling dangerous artillery in 1944. Many lives were lost.
The guys were pushed to the limit.
Sir, yes, sir!
On edge.
You've got to be very, very careful!
Audiences around the nation are absolutely raving about this amazing stage play. Port Chicago 50.
Welcome back. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We're speaking to David Shackelford, Dennis Rowe, two writers of a play called Port Chicago 50. That play will be produced here in the city of Rialto on December 1st and December 2nd.
Yes.
Those tickets are available. I'm not sure who else has them. You can give me a call at 909-915-7922, or you can call West Side Story Newspaper. That number is 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. Call them. They're probably much better organized than I am in terms of able to reserve your ticket for you. Now, the play.
Yes.
What's so important about the play? There's two dates that we acknowledge within the play, 1944 and 1999. We left the earlier part of the interview pointing out the fact that some men resisted the orders to go back to work after the initial explosion. You were about to tell me the story about how the Navy responded to those 50 men, and 1944 was the date that this incident started. How did the Navy respond? What punishment did these gentlemen receive?
Well, they were told that, if you know anything about the Navy or any military branch, you can't say no. If you say no, that's considered mutiny. Okay. Treason, yes. And mutiny. So that's number one. That's first thing.
And this was a time of war, saying no during the time of war, certainly.
Right. So they were threatening that they would be convicted, tried, convicted, and jailed. And that's exactly what happened to the 50 men.
Now, I understand that they were sentenced.
They were sentenced
to 15 years.
Yes.
Hard labor, yes.
15 years hard labor.
Yes.
It didn't go that way. Explain.
Well, thank God. During that particular time, Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of the president at that time, got wind of this particular event, this injustice, and decided she was an advocate at that time for social justice, in a sense. And so she got involved. She got Thurgood Marshall involved.
Thurgood Marshall. First African American Supreme Court justice.
Right. At that particular time, he was
earning his stripes at that time.
He was earning his stripes.
Lawyer,
yes. So he got involved, and they were able to get the men out.
Excellent.
Yes.
I'm glad about that.
We all are.
But there was a cloud over those 50 soldiers.
Yes.
50 sailors.
Yes.
Tell us about that. And lead me into 1999, if you will.
Well, it affected them for, a lot of them for the rest of their lives. A lot of those sailors did not tell their families what had went on. They could not find jobs because you have this mutiny, this sponge on your record that you cannot.
You definitely have a record, a military record, and they were dishonorably discharged, correct?
Right. But first of all, it was interesting because once they were discharged, discharged or they were let out of jail, they were all sent in different directions. So they weren't sent back to their to whatever together.
And they were separated so that there would be no type of solidarity around the incident or the aftermath of the incident in terms of what happened to them individually. So they separated them so they would always be individually able to only talk about their circumstance as opposed to as a group. So what happened in 1999?
1999, under Bill Clinton's administration, one of the men, Freddie Meeks, who is the lead character in our story, he received his pardon. He finally received his pardon. He was only one of the 50 men that received the pardon. The rest had either passed away or didn't get a chance to.
Did they change the discharge? Did they change the discharge to honorable?
Did they change the discharge to honorable?
Yeah, well, it was an honorable discharge. He got his pardon, and so Bill Clinton was able to give that to him. I know that under President Obama, I know the other men they were trying to get the other men's record expunged or another honorable discharge. It wasn't able to happen, but 1999 it was Freddie Meeks.
Well, I'm sad to say, gentlemen, that this isn't, hasn't hit my happy button. I'm not, all enthused about this bad news. Matter of fact, one of the big songs is "Don't Send Me No Bad News." How do you convert this very powerful story into something that's not just there to make you cry?
Well, first of all, I think we need to know our history.
Okay.
I mean, this is an unbelievable story. This is the biggest explosion that happened on U.S. soil.
15% of the African American sailors who died during the war were killed with that explosion.
Right, Port Chicago 50. So it's important, I think, that we know our history. And as a matter of fact, that's why David and I decided to do the story, because we had never heard of it.
So upon hearing the story, how did you first hear about it?
Well, I happened to just, there was a friend of mine, Sherilyn Richardson, actually, she used to work with this woman who did celebrations for the men, in honor of the men. And she had a brochure on her desk at my church, and so I happened to be sitting at her desk one day and I said, "What is this?"
Look at what going to church could do. Isn't that something?
I said, "What is this?" She said, "Well, read it." I read it and I was just amazed. How is it I don't know anything about this? And that's what prompted me to want to learn more about the story. And so I was talking to David. I said, "Let's do this." That's how it happened.
Where is the humor in this story? Is there humor? I know there's drama. Is there humor?
There is humor. There is humor in between the sailors. The sailors amongst themselves have humorous moments. Also with the young lady.
Hang on. Somebody just called me. They wanted to know, how could you find humor in a story like this? I just want to remind them that when you saw your uncle fall down and break his glasses, but he didn't break his leg, but he dropped the milk all over the place, you thought that was funny. The stuff you watch on funniest videos, that's tragic stuff. So we tend to laugh at some of the tragedy to keep from crying about it. And if we present it correctly or well, then we're going to have a full moment, a full emotional touch here.
Right.
So you're gonna. Can you tell me that you're gonna make me laugh as well as make me cry?
Yes.
Oh, you definitely gonna cry, but you will laugh because just think about it. Just as we're sitting here talking about this serious story, each of us there's a human element to our interaction.
Yes.
Right? And so we're laughing about it.
That's right.
That human element. And so it's the same thing with these sailors.
Right.
Everything couldn't be bleak all the time. They had to kind of laugh with, joke with each other, as we call it, bagging on each other, cracking or whatever the new term is. I don't know what it is.
But the point being that even when the devil comes in and gives you some more supporters, and everybody else is standing there quiet. When the devil leaves out and you are left with the pitchfork, you still become an object of humor to the rest of the.
That is true.
We always find a way to have a good time regardless of the circumstances. I guess that's part of, like, you went to church, you had a good time, right. You saw the story, and we're going forward. Right. This is Empire Talks Back. We're going to come back and talk a little bit more about the play. We're going to talk a little bit more about how the play has evolved and encourage people to hurry and get those tickets, because there's only, a couple of hundred seats in the play, so you guys have to get anxious about buying your ticket. We'll be back right after this break and tell you more about how you can attend this wonderful movement, this play, Port Chicago 50. Be right back.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Port Chicago 50, a play about black untrained soldiers handling dangerous artillery in 1944. Many lives were lost.
The guys were pushed to the limit.
Sir, yes, sir!
On edge.
You've got to be very, very careful!
Audiences around the nation are absolutely raving about this amazing stage play. Port Chicago 50.
Welcome back. I'm Wallace Allen. This is Empire Talks Back. Enjoy the wonderful music of Anthony Garcia, our mood master, while we speak to our guests today, Mr. David Shackelford, Mr. Dennis Rowe, the co-writers of the play Port Chicago 50. As the co-writers, this is a play that's got some heavy stuff and some light stuff. Which one of you guys is the heavy and which one of you guys is the Joker?
I think it goes back and forth, actually. Sometimes I can be heavy and Dennis can be the Joker, and sometimes Dennis is the heavy and I try to find the light moments, the joking moments in there. So it goes back and forth.
I'm always the one that cracks the whip.
so we can debate when it's time to come up with something that is kind of ruly or unruly or needs to be held tight.
Right.
We let Dennis be the bad guy.
Yeah, we let Dennis be the
bad guy. Okay.
Well, you know, I'm the producer also, so the producer is always the bad guy.
Producer is definitely always the bad guy. If I remember correctly, that's why many of us decided to become producers, because of some of the experiences we had with other producers. Right? So it's interesting how that tree regrows itself. Now, how did you prepare initially the production? And how has it evolved? How has it evolved? First of all, how long ago did you guys first mount this play?
We've been doing the play for about 2 years. Okay. So I would say 2.5 years, because we spent about 6 months just doing the research. And what we ended up doing initially was just a little skit in church.
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of see what kind of reaction we would get.
You didn't make them people in church cuss or nothing, did you?
No.
I mean, some of this stuff, you know, I'm just imagining that if you were doing a skit, you would be trying to see how far you could make people move under the auspices of the skit. And if they were in church, the furthest distance you could move them would be to make them act like they were not in church. And that's why I asked that question.
Kind of whitewashed.
I wasn't trying to suggest that everybody should go make people in church cuss. I was just describing the movement there. And I know that as you're presenting your information, the audience response is very important. How has the audience been reacting? Give me the history of the presentation of the play. Where did you start? Where have you gone? And where do you plan to go?
Well, when we initiated the play, when we originally did it, it was just going to be a tribute to all the sailors. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't think it was, we hadn't really decided it was going to go further than that, or we were going to go off Broadway or anything of that nature. It was just going to be a weekend tribute to the sailors. We invited some of the descendants, some of the sons.
So you are in touch with some of the descendants of the Port Chicago 50?
Yes.
Yes.
They know what you're doing. How do they like it? What's their response?
I know. I was able to meet.
Got a good question. They both wanted to answer.
I was able to meet Freddie Meeks' son. His name is Daryl Meeks, and so I was able to meet him and talk to him.
And Freddie Meeks is the character that you.
Yeah, Freddie Meeks is the character I played, the younger Freddie Meeks, and I was able to talk to his son, and his son was thoroughly impressed. He was touched. That one-on-one, he was just thoroughly impressed, thoroughly touched. He had never known about the story until his father, late in his life, after the part, and told him about the story.
For some reason, it probably wasn't a story that most of the sailors felt proud of because of the way the Navy responded to them. It's a story that, now I first read the book myself, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, and was very blown away with the information, but at the same time, being historically involved, I was not surprised. Once again, I was disappointed. What's important to me about this play is that people understand why there is some of the level of the echo of bitterness that you can sense in some African American people because they just happen to have a good memory. Much like the Jewish Defense League, where they will never let you forget the Holocaust.
Right.
The African American tends to want to forget the mistreatment and devastation of slavery, segregation, and Jim Crow. You are bringing it back to us in a play so that we can observe it, be entertained and educated by it, and hopefully some level of change.
Hopefully some level of change, but also,
with the country and the status condition it's in now, how do you expect this play to impact people?
First of all, we want to pay homage to the guys, to the sailors, that they stood on what they believed. We think that's important. You have to, there's a saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
And we'll also pay attention to the politics of it, that being that both stories were told, in that there were sailors who followed the orders despite the inequity of the orders, and they returned to work. And there were other sailors who took the shot and said, no, we're going to resist this, and so that the real story will be told about our mistreatment, the inequality of how we are treated, but inside of that, the faithfulness that we provide to the development of our country. Crispus Attucks, first to die, was indeed a black man for this country. So this, once again, I think, demonstrates that during this atmosphere where we've got people trying to tell black men what their obligation is in terms of the American Star-Spangled Banner. Someday somebody's going to tell the history of Scott Key, the man who wrote that Star-Spangled Banner, and how enthused he was to support segregation and slavery, and why many people of education are not that pleased with the Star-Spangled Banner. But once again, we acquiesce to what's right. We acquiesce to enthusing our community with education. And gentlemen, I'm just really proud to have spent some time with you. I'm looking forward to seeing the play. I know that we didn't complete everything we wanted to talk about, but then, that's the way it is. I'm sure you've got thoughts that will not hit the stage. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, tell us something else about what to do and how you feel about it.
Well, I feel very strong about going out and just making a change, voting whenever you can, and keeping that energy going, that uplifting energy going.
Keep that fire stoked. Dennis?
I just want everybody to come out and see the show. And really, December 1st and December 2nd, Rialto High School Theater. And just really kind of enjoy the show, but at the same time, get a little piece of history. And then, like I said, honor these guys. We talk about heroes all the time.
Absolutely.
And these are heroes.
You guys are heroes, too, and I appreciate you coming in and spreading your super wings out for us. Empire Talks Back. We'll see you guys next time. Under two circumstances. 1, if the good Lord's willing. 2, if the creek don't rise. God bless you and thank Thank you for spending time with us.